Well, it turns out I have a fear of success. I've danced around this what's the word? This concept for a long time, and I've heard of a fear of success before. Obviously, I think we all have heard of it, but I've always kind of poo-pooed it. I've always been like, nah, because I want to be successful. Of course I do, and man, am I clever. I am so freaking clever. I am so smart. I am so amazingly smart and clever that I can sabotage my own life without me knowing it. Wow, am I good at that? And today I finally figured out why. And it wasn't like just today. I've been figuring out why for a long time. And today it was like the last piece just went dink. And I was like, what? To that. And I kind of hinted at it on Monday without even realizing it in my Monday Daily Fuel. Just as a recap, I talked Monday Daily Fuel about consciousness and being conscious. And one of the things that I realized about myself, and if you missed Mondays and in the past when I've talked about this, I have, I believe we all have a higher self, an inner being, a soul, a God mode, or whatever you like to call it. I'm assuming that you're kind of with me on the concept of that if you're in this group, the spiritual artist, right? Whatever you call it is irrelevant, but I call mine David, and I kind of came up with that name because to me the statue of David is like the perfect male specimen. Whatever, it didn't really matter. It was just like that name kind of came to my head when I was and I talk with David, and it's me talking to me, obviously, But so David is that thing for me, and it's sort of my beacon, my guide, my thing. And on Monday I was like, yeah, I don't trust David, right? Which was a revelation in and of itself. I don't trust David. I don't trust my higher self, my inner being. The reason being is that I've kind of come across this broader concept of that we're all one consciousness in the universe, and we're all the universe for looking upon itself from different perspectives, which in and of itself is a beautiful concept and a beautiful idea, which I hate because not as a concept, but just it was driving me nuts as a ego person. My ego hates it because my ego wants to be special. And the thing about not trusting David was that I don't want my ego, as the ego self me, I don't want to die and disappear into David's many other consciousnesses. Like Bobby will just be filed away in a drawer, and that was nice. Let me go do something else now. I want to know that me, Bobby, is special, Clearly I am. I consciously I know this, but subconsciously I've been afraid of this. And I've been dredging up this fear. And it's a fear of success, and I'm going to explain why. See, because I've known my entire life. My entire life, I was, as a child, as a young adult, as a teenager, every stage of my life, I was always told, wow, you're going to be a success. You are going to be a success. And there's like two parts to this, how I came together, right? So it's growing up and as a young adult and then starting my business was, you're going to be a success. And I believed it. I'm going to be a success. Future, right? And then when I met my wife, Laura, we were in college when we met, and we started dating. We were on like our second, or we think it's our second or third date. We can't remember, but we had this date that was just that date, that one date that you're just like, forget it. This is it. You're it. You're it. You're stuck with me, I'm stuck with you, we're done, And that was the date. And in that date, we had this conversation, and we don't remember the exact words we said. We just knew that we had this conversation where we talked about these feelings we had our entire life. Like, I always felt like I was going to be, and so did she. And we were like, oh my God, me too. And, we had that conversation on this date, and we have never forgotten this date, never forgotten the feeling level of this date. And it was always, and I'll never forget, the thing for me was that I am going to be this success, and then I was in a rock band and the band was going to break out and it was going to be amazing, and then, whatever, that didn't happen. So I started this business and that was going to just like flourish into this amazing agency where I'd have clients and offices and employees and whatever. And I'm like, that's not going to happen. So then I'm going to start this thing where, and it would just go from like thing to thing to thing to thing, and everything was, this is what's going to be. It's going to be the success, the big thing, right? But nothing ever did. And I don't mean like I'm this utter failure living in a cardboard box or anything like that, but nothing got to the level of like superstardom that I have always felt. It wasn't like I just dreamed it, oh, that'd be nice. It was like I felt it in my deep-rooted soul that I am supposed to be there, And I still do, which is weird. It never has gone away. Like, I've never given up on it. I've never stopped and been like, forget it. I can't do this. I'm just going to do some other thing, I've never, ever given up, and I don't believe that I ever will. But now I put the two and two together. I realized that I have this thing where it was like I always believed that it was some future thing. I'm going to be a success in the future, where the future I never caught up to it. It was, I would move forward, the future would move forward, and I'm just always going to someday be, it's over there somewhere, And now add to that this thing that I realize where I don't trust my soul. I don't want to evolve into my soul because I'm afraid I'm going to disappear into like a million other consciousnesses. That's a weird word. And I what I've realized is that I believe on some level that success equals death. Success equals death. I'm finally a success. I'm dead. That's what I believe. It's ridiculous. I don't literally believe that, but my ego believes it, and it's the operating system is built on that belief. And here I am, because I've been, this is what I meant in the beginning of this video. If you missed it, I said I'm super smart and clever at figuring this out and not figuring it out, at confusing myself and shielding myself from this so that I never see the underlying problem. And I just keep running in this rat race, this hamster wheel of one thing after another. I'll try this thing. This will be it, And it's like I have to avoid success, because if I get success, I will die. So I focus on all the sub reasons. Well, I don't really like doing that thing. That's not my favorite thing. Let me try this thing. This thing is more my favorite thing. I'll try that, and I just change tactics, and my favorite part is gearing up to do a thing, because when I'm gearing up, it's like I'm going to be a success, and I can believe I'm going to be a success all day long. But when I get to the point where now it's like I got to make or break this thing. This thing it's time to launch it. It's time to do the thing. It's time to actually get to the place. That's when I go, no, this is wrong. I don't like this. I don't like selling this. I don't like these people. I don't like this thing. I don't like that. Doesn't matter. There's any number of things that I could blame and say, you know what? Take this garbage. I'm going to do this thing instead. This will be the thing. Now I can gear up and I can be a success in the future again. And I liked that, because my ego was like, oh, I am the guy who's going to be a success. Weirdness, but my ego won't let me be a success because I will be dead. And I don't want to die, because I will disappear into the nothingness of David. And, David will be like, I kind of remember that guy, Bobby. Yeah, he was cool. I liked being him. That was fun. And logically, I don't believe any of this. This goes against the grain of what I believe. So once I realized that this is the operating system I'm working on, well, now I'm aware of it, So now I'm aware of it, and I'm going, no. This is bull crap. This is not how I'm moving forward. This is not what I'm doing. So anyway, that's what I got to today. I don't have an answer beyond that today. I was hoping you might, but and I'm sure next week, we'll have more to say about this. But because anyway, that's why this thing was called Fear of Success. I I realized that I am afraid that if I succeed, if I reach that level of success, it will mean either on some level I thought it would mean my literal death, or it means the death of my identity, the death of my ego self, an ego death. But an ego death feels like death. It feels like the real thing, and I don't want that. So I don't let myself get it. Anyway, that's where I'm at. Let's say hi to you guys, see where we're at today. Another bunch of essays. I love it. Ray, Robin, Amy, hi. All here, replay. No, you're not. Oh, hi, all here, and replay hashtaggers. That's cool. You're saying hi. You guys are saying hi to the replay people too. That's cool. David Oliver's here. What's up, buddy? Robin, you're live. Amy, run, go, close the door. Nah, it's okay. She settles down, right? Which can be a tricky thing. I don't know what can be a tricky thing. Anyway, Blake says, hi, Blake, how are you? Okay, Friday, we're good at doing self-sabotage. Can't beat ourselves too bad. All part of personal growth. I agree with that. This is personal growth. And I think that I've been so busy it was interesting to me that, that cycle that I explained. I have tried to analyze that cycle from so many angles, and it's always frustrating to me that I'm just like, how many times do I have to analyze this? How many times do I have to go through the steps? I know what I do. I know this is wrong, and I don't. And it was like I'll read books and I'll see videos of self-help things, and people will be like, I realized I was doing this and I stopped doing it, and then my life got so much better. And I'm just like, why isn't mine? I'm still at the same place. I think this is the thing. This is an underlying thing. I'm not letting myself see what the thing was. So my clever self was saying, fix this thing. It's this other thing. Fix that. Go fix that. And I'll say, oh, but I fixed that like 10 times. And my ego still say, yeah, but you didn't really fix it. Go fix it again. Go look at it again. I think it's broken. Go look. And I go and I look because I'm, whatever, dumb. Ray says, we all seem to be good at sabotage in some aspect of life. Good grief, right? I know, we all do it. And I'm not beating myself. Good grief, Charlie Brown. That's Robin. Blake says, try living up to your potential. That's the line I always got. By the way, I did. Finally, fear of success is as powerful as fear of failure. Yeah, I used to think maybe I have a fear of failure. Like if I fail, I'm going... But you know what? I failed at so many things that never knocks me down. Not ever. I'm not even afraid of it anymore. And it's this. I have this fear of disappearing that like what I want to think of it as is I succeed and I level up in the game, and now I can move on to the next thing. I can level up and move on to the next level, right? But for whatever reason, my ego self wants to believe I succeed and the next level is death. What the heck is that? We don't have to psychoanalyze me. I know some things from my past that I've even thought of and talked about with coaches and stuff in the past, but where I've seen people actually succeed and die, so it's like maybe it was that, but then when talking about that didn't fix anything, I just kind of dismissed it. But this has been stopping me from doing it. Like, here I am, I'm watching you guys post all your art. The only art I've posted is art I did a while ago already. Like, I haven't made any new art. I just haven't. And why? Because I won't let myself get to it. Because if I get to it, I'll succeed at it. And if I succeed at it, I'll die. You get it. Robin says, perhaps even stronger, because I feel like you can fail by yourself, but if you fear success, many people could see it. Well, there's that too, right? I don't like looking like a fool. Maybe try to see success as more than only one success. That's what I'm saying, right? I get to the next level because you can continually evolve into more newer successes. Absolutely. That's where I'm at. Very good, Robin. Thank you. Amy is enjoying the journey. No, not Amy is enjoying. Is enjoying the journey, the success, and the destination and end result, the success? I don't know. Wait, time out. Is enjoying the journey, the success, and the destination and end result, the success? What you're saying, is the journey the success or is the destination the success? Yeah, I think that my thing is that I think that the destination, this one level that I've decided on, is the success. And I think that if I get there, the journey's over. I don't want the journey to end. That's what it is, right? So everybody says it's not the journey, it's not the destination, it's the journey, right? But I think that success on some levels is like, I want the new house, and that's a destination. I want the new car. I want this thing. I want this job, or I want this business, or I want my book published, or I want my movie to come out, or I want this album to sell, right? Those are destinations, but they're not final destinations. And my ego believes I'm going to hit one, and that's the final destination, and it's game over. So it's like, well, I don't want to win. So I'll get up to it and I'll be like, nah, throw it away and go back. I'll do another thing. So, but I don't think that's the case for everybody. Just because I feel this way, I don't think that everybody suffers from this. I hope not. That stinks. Robin, so you're it going to be dead. Yeah, basically. That's what I believed. And not consciously. I never thought this. This, my programming tells me this. Ray, maybe you need new words to describe the place your soul needs to be happy with your place in the universe, never ending. Definitely new words is important. I'm reprogramming myself now. And the funny thing is, and here's the happy ending to this story, and not ending like, but here's the good news in this story. Part of my programming is that self-awareness solves problems. Like, this only works on me because I didn't know I was doing it. Once I know I'm doing it, I can't do this to myself anymore. And that's something that I do know about me. Like I have suffered through other things, but once I became aware that I was the one doing it, and it's not enough to like read The Secret or listen to Abraham and understand like you create your own. Yeah, okay, good. I get that logically, but until I can put the pieces together and understand how I do it, suddenly today I realized, oh, I'm doing that? And that means I'm not going to do that anymore. And it's that easy for me. So I no longer will be suffering from that. I will still have the inkling to want to go in that direction, but I'll see it now. It'll be so obvious to me because I know that I do it that way. But part of it will be new words. I have to reprogram myself, and I have to be vigilant. It's not like I'm aware of it and then I can just close the shutters and pretend it's not there anymore. I have to be vigilant, but I will wake up every day from now on saying, I'm a success, not I'm going to be a success. I am one. And that does not mean that I'm going to die or disappear. It means that I get to the next level and then I find a new thing I want to be successful at. So mark those words. Blake, what a wonderful journey you are taking. Thank you. And I appreciate you guys taking it with me. I really do. I feel like 2 months of doing Daily Fuel like this it's done what 20 years of figuring this out by myself down here has never done. It really, really has. And I have you guys to thank for that. Deb, hi. Just caught the end, so we'll have to watch the replay. Okay, hi. It's a good one to watch the replay, I think. I think every Daily Fuel has been a culmination to this one. And now we move forward. Blake, about disappearing sounds like it might be a past life issue. It could be. I'll be honest, I don't know a lot about past life stuff. That's not like I'm not a big... It's not like a huge interest for me that I'm constantly looking into it. It doesn't mean I don't believe in it, because I do, but it's not something that I am knowledgeable enough to talk about, but we can. Ray, so you don't want anyone to find out and speak your real name, then you disappear. Rumpelstiltskin. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, I'm still kind of struggling with the Bobby David thing. It's like, am I? That's my son. I don't lock him up in his room. But am I like trying to become? This is a question for a different day. This was just a thought that popped in my head that I'll need to think about and then bring up. I don't know like where Bobby and David fit together. I get the whole higher self thing, but I'm trying to just figure out when when I do this, I gotta shut up because I'm speaking gibberish. I'm thinking out loud, and it probably doesn't make any sense. So we'll talk about that a different day. Robin, maybe your fear of disappearing is like when people fear getting married because they fear themselves getting swallowed up by the other person. That's completely valid analogy. That's a really good analogy, I think, because that's not something that I feared with Laura. We got married, and I have always been me. Like I did not disappear into this relationship, and I never tried to force her to disappear into it either. Wow, that might be the answer to the thing I was just struggling with in a sense. I feel like I have this higher self, but I want to get to the place where the higher self and the me are the same, where I'm just me. But I've separated it like big me and little me, and I feel insignificant in that. And nothing could be further from the truth, which I understand logically, but it's how I feel, and now I'm aware of that. That was a good one, Robin. Thanks. Make some new art for fun. Yeah, I was actually just writing on my board over there, it's so funny because as soon as I felt this and I realized this, now the shackles came off. It was like, it's okay to go make your thing, And it's like, in fact, what do you want to make? Because you don't have to fall for that thing anymore where it's like, well, I want to make this, but I need to turn it into a business. And in order to turn it into a business, I have to whittle it down to this nub. And then I don't want to make it anymore. And I thought that was the thing. And I kept trying to figure out, why do I do that? Well, this is why I do it. And now that I know why I do it, I don't have to do it at all. So I just said that I just stood over there and I was like, what do you want to do? And the ideas just flew out of me. And they're not radically different than what I've been saying. They were just clearer ideas about what the hell do I want to do? I want to do this. And it was just like, then start doing that, because you don't have to figure out how it's going to do anything. You just want to make that. Me. Make new art for fun. Robin says, so you're not going to be dead. The correction, Bobby. Yeah, that right. I'm not. And once again, logically, I never thought that, but my programming told me, warning, danger, Will Robinson, don't get too successful. That means death. And, those were like the lights going off in my head and the sirens and everything like that. And so I would feel this and I would change course and tactics and be like, well, I can't succeed. So, and I would sabotage myself. That's what self-sabotage is. Whew. Ray, you do know that there is a reset on the game, or the game can be played again. You do know that there, yes, I do know that. I'm hitting it now. Amy, so try not to fear the death and see each success as a stepping stone. If it's a stepping stone, then you go on to more success. Yes, right, exactly. So I was seeing it as I reach success, game over. It's like, I want to be you are going to be a success one day. That's what I heard my whole life. I heard it from teachers, my parents, and clearly saying that to a kid is not a bad thing, obviously. So you're going to be a success. You're going to be a success. And for whatever reason, I saw that success as the end goal. And what comes after the end goal? You're dead, right? And I just created this scenario in my head. But now, what you're saying. No. It's not a success and you're dead. It's now I'm at that success and now I'm on this plateau and I can see new things I want to reach for and I go to those and and it's like, it's a game, right? And then you level it up. And each success is a new level and a new level and a new level. And it can go on as long as I like. You skipped over my comment right after Amy said close the door. I did? Sometimes people say things and the thing scrolls and then I have to scroll back. Sorry about that. Type your comment again because I don't know which one I skipped. Sorry. Stace, hello. How you doing? It's an important concept. Oh, bugger, have I missed it? I don't know who that is. It's just saying, what's it called? Anonymous. Who is that? Who's that anonymous person? Oh, bugger, have I missed it? You missed it. We're at the comments here, but you can watch the replay, and then you can stay now too. It's up to you. Stace, I don't want to get married. Oh, is it you, Stace? I don't know who it is. I don't want to get married because clean breaks if things. Because I like clean breaks if things go wrong. SecGTGP. I don't know what that means. Sorry. I don't want to get married because I like clean breaks if things go wrong. I get that. Right. I get that. That's like I need a way out, right? Yeah. That's different than my thing because my thing has been I wasn't looking to create a back door while I was doing anything, but subconsciously I would create back doors so that I could get out of it and not have to reach this level of success. Because success was not a good goal. Wow. Amazing. Hi, Bob. Hi, Dad. How you doing? Nice to see you. Ray, you have sound tonight, Dad? Yeah, Dad, you got sound, I guess. Meant let the dog go pee, LOL. Oh, darn. Some of you aren't showing up. I'm guessing it's one of you who's also talking. I don't know. That one just says anonymous, too. Is that Amy? I don't know who it is. Robin says the ideas were clearer at that moment because you were less fearful at the moment of clarity, so it felt more real. Yes, you can outsmart yourself. It's a tricky thing, is what I said, Robin. Okay, I don't know why you typed your own name. Yeah, the ideas were clearer at that moment because you were less fearful at that moment of clarity, so it felt more real. The ideas were clearer. I'm sorry. All of a sudden, my brain just went melted from this, and I'm reading the words, and I'm trying to understand what you're saying. And it's not your words. It's my brain. The ideas were clearer at that moment because you were less fearful at that moment of clarity. Which moment of clarity? This is one of those situations where I don't know. I don't remember the context. I'm sorry, Robin. I'm messing up your comments tonight. Stace says, sorry, that was me. Wrong chat. LOL. Okay. To let you know, to area, yes. To area, yes? Okay, I don't know what that means. Who was talking cause? Okay, are you guys talking to each other? Because I don't know what these things mean. And then there's typos, and I don't know what you're saying. But anyway, to wrap it up, we're going to have a big week next week. I'm going to have a big week next week, and I'm going to start making this stuff. And I think next week I'm going to tell you what I'm making, and it's going to be pretty cool. I'm very excited about it. It's something that I've wanted to make for a long time, and I'm finally giving myself permission to make it, mainly because I'm not trying to figure out how to turn it into a business, except as I was talking about it over there to myself, I couldn't help but think of ideas. And I was just like, okay, but don't get down that rabbit hole yet, because that will happen later. But it's something that I'm really good at, and I think is pretty unique. I'm really excited about it. I'm going to take the weekend to kind of work on it. Tomorrow's Daily Fuel, I don't know if I'm going to do an awesome person tomorrow or if I just continue talking about this. I'm not sure yet. You'll find out when I find out. I don't want to force it just because it's Saturday. I want to talk about what I want to talk about. Amy says, looking forward to next week. I am too, Amy. So, and Robin, yes, Bobby, go for it. Thank you, Robin. I appreciate it. Sorry that I messed up the comments there. Like I said, sometimes you guys type something as I'm saying something, and by the time I read it, I don't know what the heck you're talking about. And that's just because of how this works. It's kind of funny, but it's also weird when my brain melts. I'm at the 30-minute mark and my brain is melting. And then I'm reading the words and I'm just like, I see words and I understand what they mean, but the concept you're saying is just not sinking in. So that means I need to go. Thank you so much for spending time with me on a Friday, whatever time it is for you. I really, really appreciate you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye.